Welcome to MSG PM, presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. Your app is ready, Emperor. My name is Kazim Famiude, and right now you are checking the game from #1 overall pick in the NHL draft, Alexis Lafreniere, against the Philadelphia Flyers. We had 1 goal and 1 assist, one of his best games in his very, very young career. So we're going to talk a little hockey. We're going to get into some week 3 betting odds for the NFL season. But before we do any of that, you know what time it is. I got to tag in my tag team partner, the one and only Jeff Eisenband. Jeff, my brother, what's going on with you? Let's talk about Alexis Lafreniere, man. His season kind of had some ups, had some downs, but overall, there's some good things to see in the future with him. Is that right?
Yeah, I think, a lot of people expect every rookie to come in and be Sidney Crosby or Connor McDavid and, immediately jump into that all-star level. I think Alexis Lafreniere, playing as a 19-year-old last year, had 12 goals, 9 assists, 13th among rookies in points. It wasn't a Kirill Kaprizov year, right, Kaz? He was the rookie of the year last year, but still a lot of things to build on with this young core, with Capo Caco, with Vitaly Kravtsov, with Philip Hedl. I think the guys around him that are going to grow together with him. I look at Jack Hughes, who was the #1 overall pick the year before by the Devils, and he goes from 21 points in 61 games to 31 points in 56 games. Similar in age. Also, by the way, his plus-minus went from -26 to -3. So you saw that jump from the previous #1 overall pick. I think we could expect something similar for Alexis Lafreniere this year.
I think with any rookie, you just want to see some gradual improvement. And I think with Alexis Lafreniere, we should look to see that in year 2 with the blue shirts. But let's take it from the ice rink to the gridiron as the New York Giants are getting ready to take on the Atlanta Falcons this weekend, both coming off of losses against some great teams. Let's look at it. The Falcons, 3-point dogs against the New York Giants, who will be in MetLife Stadium this weekend. Tell me about the money line, and let's talk about that over-under, Jeff.
I mean, look, right, Kaz? The New York Football Giants should be 1-1. Everything that went wrong, that could have went wrong for the Giants went wrong, whether it be that downfield holding penalty, whether it be the offsides, whether it be the drop pass. So I think, we'd be looking at this totally differently if one of those things flipped right now for the New York Giants. You have to play with urgency because the schedule gets more difficult after this game against the Falcons. 2 0-2 teams trying to grind it out. You're at home. You have to play like this is the season on the line this early on. I'll say this, Kaz, I think we're looking at a big Saquon Barkley game. I know everyone wants to write Saquon Barkley out. You could see it. He had that one big run last game. He was just a few sort of moves away from breaking a couple. He's got 10 days of rest going into this. Now week 3 at home. Footing is there. I expect something awesome from him. I do think this game goes under, though, because of these two teams that are just going to be scrapping, playing a little bit conservatively, trying to get that first victory.
Well, last week we saw what Daniel Jones could do with his feet, and that offensive line looked a little better than it has in the past. So hopefully Saquon can get on the good foot and get going as the season rolls along. Speaking of New York football,
best option in the NFL, right, Kaz? Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, best run option in the league.
Hey, I wouldn't have called it at the beginning of the year, but I'm not mad at it. Daniel Jones looked like he had some footwork going on with him last week against the Washington football team. So let's hope that trend continues for the New York Giants. But like I said, let's take it down the hall real quick as the New York Jets take on the Denver Broncos, heading over to Denver. They are looking like 10.5-point dogs against the Denver Broncos, who look pretty good with that defense and Teddy Bridgewater under center. Let's look at that money line. Let's see that over-under, Jeff. What are your thoughts?
Well, let's take the positives out of the Jets-Patriots game last week, or at least the positives that we can look into coming into this week. The Jets actually ran the ball pretty well last week, 152 rushing yards, 59 rushing yards on 11 carries from Michael Carter. He has to be the guy, I think, for these New York Jets. That's why you drafted him. That's why we heard the talk in training camp, get him the ball. Zach Wilson now goes to more like his home area of the country. Kaz loves playing in that Mountain West air, obviously, played in college out there, now plays against the Broncos. So you can take that as a positive. The Denver Broncos are going to be really tough. Look, if you want to take the points with the Jets, go ahead. I don't think it's the time to take the Jets money line against this Broncos team yet. But, I think ironically for Zach Wilson, probably good that he gets out of the Meadowlands right now and goes, like I said, to that Mountain West air for this game.
Yeah, man, maybe a little bit of home cooking, and the best part about it is he can't possibly play worse than he did last week, right? I mean, 4 interceptions, that's got to be something to behold. But like you said, the running game looked good. The defense looked all right for a team that gave away the ball 4 times. So it's all on Zach Wilson. Let's see if he can bounce back in his 3rd game of his young NFL career. All right, let's check out that Sunday night game between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Even though Aaron Rodgers looked like his old self on Monday night, they go in as 3-point dogs against the San Francisco 49ers. Jeff, what do you see over here?
This is so tough. I mean, I've gone back and forth on this game. And obviously the Packers figured it out offensively against the Detroit Lions. Aaron Rodgers, although I think he stole a couple of those passing touchdowns, kind of passes to Aaron Jones at the goal line. It was great to see the Packers clicking on offense. The defense is still suspect. I mean, the Lions still found ways to score in the first half, and you're playing against a good offensive team in the San Francisco 49ers that are a little bit banged up right now. And on the other side, I think the 49ers have rekindled that defense from 2 years ago. One of the best defenses in the league. Shut the Eagles down to 11 points. Really should have been less on the road. It's so close, but because it's so close, I would lean toward the Packers getting those points. If you had to go either way, of course, Aaron Rodgers he loves playing at home. By at home, I mean where he's from in the Bay Area against the San Francisco 49ers. So I would lean that way. Really the biggest positive, Rodgers not throwing interceptions against the Lions. I think he's hard to beat when he plays that sort of way.
Outside of the New England Patriots, I feel like the San Francisco 49ers was a team that really lost a lot of players due to the protocols last year. But if you saw these last 2 games, it looked like they are back like they forgot something. So, in addition to that, we're going to throw the rest of the tri-state area back to the hockey rink. That is Jeff Eisenband. My name is Kazim Famiwide, and this is MSG PM presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. Your app is ready, Emperor. See you soon.